Hey everyone, this is Livdilly, and welcome to the second wing of Heroic League of Explorers. The first encounter is Scarvash, a trog that's kind of annoying as a fight, mechanic-wise, etc, etc. I'm using a warrior deck that I got from Hearthstone. You can find the link in the description. I make it as straightforward as possible. There's one thing that really sticks out in this fight, and that is you have to have Doomsayer on turn 2 or you might as well concede. It's pretty easy, and if you have Doomsayer on turn 2, you also need enough luck that Scarvash doesn't use Confuse. If he does, concede, try again. See it in the video, that's happening right now. I just conceded. I mean, it's pointless, you can't win from this point on. So yeah. Let's take a look at how I did this fight and how much RNG is actually involved, because I didn't like this encounter at all, to be honest. So yeah, here we are. Just like I said a couple of seconds ago, if you don't have Doomsayer in your opening hand, mulligan for it. Everything. I mean, literally every card should be mulligan for Doomsayer and concede as long as you can, as you want, because you have to have it. Also note, he's always switching around whether spells cost 11 mana or minions. So that's another reason why you should draw Doomsayer by turn 2, because otherwise on turn 3 it would cost 11, you couldn't play it, take more face damage, etc, etc. Your life's not going to be good. Also, the Hunter secret he plays, it's always Star Trap, so actually never use your hero power while he's got that secret up. The reason is, you've got 2 Kazan Mystics. I wasn't lucky enough to draw them in time. But if you have them in your hand, play them, because he's always using his hero power, so that's 3-5 damage. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy. What I'm going to do here, play Deathspite, play the Dread Corsair. And what might strike you as a misplay, I'm hitting face, I think. And the reason being, and that's going to be pretty obvious in the long run, I want to do as much damage as possible, because this fight won't be won by fatigue. You either die before he fatigues, or you win before. So yeah, there's a couple of minions. I misplayed big time on this one, so please don't go too hard on me. The play here is slam the 2/3, run in your Dread Corsair into the shade, and go face with the X to clear both, to not take 7 damage, or 5 if I use my hero power, but yeah, you will see what happens. I misplayed really hard. That's not the way it's meant to be played in this case. So yeah. Also, I shouldn't have hero powered, let's be real for a second. But what it does, and it's the interesting thing about this deck, so whoever thought up of it, great job. It enables Molten Giants in the long run. I don't know when exactly I'll draw it, but at this point it's pretty cheap. So it's actually okay to be taking face damage a lot, but it's also very dangerous, so do it with care, I guess. And also, use executes whenever possible. Scarvash doesn't have really big minions that scale to death, like Ragnaros, Dr. Boom and all that stuff. He's more likely playing all those Trog guys, 2/6s, 2/3s, 3/5s. So yeah. And here is the Molten Giant I was talking about. He's great, and you should always play him whenever possible. He's contesting the board so much against his little minions. The one thing I was really annoyed, as you can see, he's playing Starfire. He's playing 3 of it, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe it's actually 2 like you're supposed to. But yeah, it might be 3. So yeah, from now on it's pretty much a straightforward game. Trade the board, keep board presence and trade until you've got an advantageous board presence that allows you to go face from time to time. Also, Justicar is a key card in this, because you can easily outlast single minions of his deck other than Shades, which are 7/4s. But yeah, I mean, these are the only ones that scare you actually. And yeah, as you can see, he's down to 3 cards in his hand. I would have loved to play Big Game Hunter here, but as you can see, I'm not allowed to. I don't want to take 7 damage unnecessarily, and feels bad, man, that I don't have any other play. But yeah, I mean, he's used up all his dangerous cards by now. And here's the Confuse I was talking about earlier. As soon as he plays that, you're in big trouble if he actually gets decent value off of it. He didn't get it here. He can now play Armor Up, Justicar, Tank Up, Resonant Sleeper, and win the game outright from this point on. Also, any decent player would trade a 3-1 into a 6-3, but the AI is not very smart, so it gave me a freebie basically. Also, going face here, again a very good play. It's not optimal. I'm saying, like, if you're playing ranked, never go face with your axes unless you really want to trigger, say, a Grommash next turn to get guaranteed lethal or stuff. This deck doesn't run Grommash, so I need to do damage somehow, and with the minions I've got in my hand, I had to take the risk to, yeah, go for face. I'm doing it again because, let's be real, that's 12 damage I've done right now, plus the 3 from my weapon earlier. It's already 15, so I took care of his additional armor he's getting on Heroic, and all the rest is done by minions pretty much. So yeah, again, pretty much dead turn for me. This decision wasn't really hard. I mean, going for face again, because face is the place. And yeah, next turn, no matter what happens, we can play both Kazans. He didn't have a play, meaning he has a lot of spells in his hand. And yeah, I mean, that's it pretty much. Going for guaranteed lethal, even if he manages to kill the Molten Giant somehow, but obviously he can't because he used his Starfire already. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the video. I always appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, and see you for the next video, which is going to be the minecart.